On this latest corporate facade, we find ourselves back in the 90s. President Roosevelt had just been elected for a fourth term. Gangnam Style was top of the charts, and slash fiction was something you were still ashamed of. Radical. It's also important to note that dying at a theme park was just one of the possible outcomes of a family holiday. Our protagonist is difficult to age because graphics. Now you might think that retroactive and a creative choice, but really that's just what people looked like back then. Here's a photo of me. Racist. And she lets us know multiple times that the only constant in this world or the next is that she is a cop played by Sylvester Stallone. And why would we be suspicious for even a moment when she demonstrates skills like this? Jesus Christ, it's some sort of super advanced locking system! You see, as Officer Jill Sandwich, FDA, we're on a mission to find out how the fuck this crow-themed amusement park was ever in business as a family vacation center. We're also here on suspicion of criminal beverage activity. Bullets! Do you have any idea how much sugar is in these things? We're also in pursuit of Edward Draven Crow, inheritor and founder of this insane branding opportunity. He missed a couple payments on his gold-rimmed car and the DMV is sending their special task force, Jill Sandwich. But Crow has been missing for a conspicuous amount of time and the park has been closed for just as long, following the very public and tragic nothing to see here, folks. Well, alright, I'll tell you. A special agent, no relation, was investigating insider trading 2 years ago at the park when she stumbled upon clandestine Mountain Dew. Her cover was blown so hard she had to be rushed to 90s hospital. But when rad kickflips and disaffected cynicism proved unsuccessful, she was declared medically plot devised. But never mind all that, because look, this toilet is jammed! God damn, that's probably the crux of everything. Okay, that's enough toilet gazing for now, it's off to Fairy Tale Land! Magical, where we encounter resident truth seeker and part-time camera haver, Injured Boy. He expresses the completely random and unrelated thought, what if people invented time travel and didn't use it to stop Hitler? As the only official authority present, we decide to drug him and leave him in the car. The window's down, he's got a juice box, and he's listening to his favorite music. Deeper into the park, we discover the real reason we're here as an animal control expert. The homeless have moved in. Hands behind your head! They appear to be stumbling around this container full of Mountain Dew-infused sediment bound for Brazil. My God, it's pure, unrefined Mountain Dew of the Baja Blast strain, if I'm not mistaken. I'll need to take a sample back to the lab for analysis. Hey, Injured Boy, drink this! Deeper still into the park, we discover a luxury lounge fire documents room complete with books on theme park maintenance, corporate facility construction, and how to extort PepsiCo. But oh no, the homelessness is spreading. Fortunately, protagonist is familiar with the weakness of the transient community. Grenade, pistol, oil bat, shotgun, bear trap, flame, magnet. Then it's off to the scary part of this horrifying place, Halloween Town, where we encounter Lawyer. She's using all of her crazy expensive education to knock on Edward Crow's door. Knowing this bulletproof barrister has got this exit covered, we better storm from the rear. Hold on a minute, I'm getting a phone call.
Now you have 3 ways to order Pizza Hut delivery.
That was Edward Crow himself, and he just wanted to let me know that he's glad to see me again. And that it's 2 for 2 Tuesday. Any 2 large pizzas with a side of cryptic foreshadowing free. Dementia. Sad. In the basement or whatever, we find Crow's daughter, Crow. She lets us know that nobody's seen her dad for going on one anime backstory now, and the door to his office is locked with high-end bookshelf technology. We're gonna have to figure out how to restore power before we can turn the power off. Thanks, kid. Here, have some ketamine. Just in the other room, we find Crow's assistant, unresponsive to gunfire. Yep, he's dead. I can tell. Turns out he shot himself, maybe, ensuring that his advanced theory of theme park relativity died with him. What fucking demons bedeviled you, architect? Probably guilt, probably pedophile. No reason to let this ruin our fun day out. The basement, everybody! Mush mush. It's Crow again, and this time he says he'll throw in an admission of guilt for the added cost of total absolution. He wants us to know that the real monster was not being true to himself. And ignoring genocide. Mass corporate entities make their public presence less insensitive with mascots. Disney has tyrannical litigation, the Catholic Church has a chibi anime girl, and at Crow Country there's magical wish-granting mushrooms that will upgrade your standard American arsenal. But before we are on its own, we have to figure out the standard American diet. It's either poison or styrofoam. Metaphor accomplished. Anyway, pistol enhanced, we find our colleague and adversary, Real Cop, has arrived via pushbike. Kowalski, you son of a bitch! I haven't seen you since the last time our disparate methods complemented each other perfectly. You son of a bitch. He's here to find Crow, so we let him know exactly where he can go fuck himself. This is our case, we stole it first, and we're about to blow this whole thing wide open. Damn it, Kowalski, you've gone too far this time. Just like always. God, I've missed you. Now fuck off. The phone rings again, and this time, it's Crow. Operator, get me an exit. He just lets us know that when this theme park hits 88 miles per hour, we're gonna see some shit. The park itself isn't just epic foreshadows and automatonophobia, however. You can enjoy such fun classics as Your Whole Family is Dead, Please Arrange Them in Order, Dumpster Diving, and Ocean Depletion. Having successfully stormed the place from the rear, we let Lawyer in to arrange her case tastefully on the mantelpiece. Yeah, that really brings the whole room together. Turns out she's here seeking remunerations for a young girl, definitely not impersonating an officer of the law, who was attacked here 2 years ago with the place shut down. The very same special agent who did not slash the tires of actual cop's car. Now we're off to SeaWorld by the ocean, where we have to try the critically acclaimed shotgun experience. I love it, just like in nature. Then we stumble upon a horrifying glimpse into the future. A blacked-out arcade with some creepy dick in his 40s becoming critically nostalgic. I remember when this was all Namco Bandai and Capcom as far as the eye could see. Back when men were real gamers and a quarter would buy you 3 goes in Tekken. Turns out Creep Dick works with Crow and is also looking for him, but his vague, illusory platitudes trigger all of my FBI training. He's legit. Back in liminal space and Crow is just burning through his minutes, he tells us that he didn't even care about the money, really. That was all his father's ambition.
I just kept doing it and covering it up and profiting from it because what else was I supposed to do? I have very expensive hobbies. I mean, have you ever been to Games Workshop? I mean, just consider how many people I employ.
Jesus Christ, what a tool. Anyway, on to the restaurant to continue this investigation or whatever.
I just got a 600-point Blood Angel on me, dude. It is fucking sweet.
Back in the secret employee lounge, and Cop is doing some very official reading. Kowalski, you fucking piece of shit! You aren't blowing this whole thing wide open, are you? I was just reading a meta-study on the effects of sody pop on the body. I think we might be in the midst of a Category 3 subplot. Ha! Classic Kowalski, always reading books like a nerd. Meanwhile, I'm out there, solving crimes. The gift shop cash register can't change a 50, so it gives me a complimentary revolver. And now that I've beaten all the high scores in the arcade and become head of security, it's time to retrieve the flamethrower from the model train set. Standard 90s protocol. But don't worry, everybody. I am very all that in a bag of potato chips. Now how about a tight booyah for all my home skillets out there? Ha! The past. People were dumb. Now let's all get morally superior about it. And thanks to that undeserved sense of self-righteousness, we're able to enter the lair of high-vis enthusiast and his homing swivel chair. He has an elaborate puzzle between us and the switch that restores power to the elevators. We're gonna have to go full detective mode on this one, fellas. I've got it. Open the fucking safe! Down in the super secret sub-lab, and the first thing we've got to do is hit the break room for our union-mandated— Holy fuck, what is that?! I'm on break. Deeper into the super secret sub-lab, we come across Creep Dick and high-vis enthusiasts staring longingly into each other's hateful eyes while we try to figure out the purpose of this circular saw. I think it's probably for sawing. Then they start trying to out-pass-ag dominate each other. You know, I was naked just the other day. I was once naked also. So naked, in fact, I was still wearing shoes. Turns out either of them will explain literally everything if prompted. It was everyone else except me, especially that sexy man over there. There's some history is what I'm picking up. Cop is also down here. Kowalski, you deep-fried fuckwit, I haven't busted your chops in minutes! I've just been analyzing the data from this computer. I think the monsters are probably a result of time travel! Of course! That's probably what they need the computers for! Next we find Lawyer incorrectly packaged, the batteries are still in. Turns out Creep Dick put her in here for having too many opinions about the layout of the kitchen and her own sexual independence. In exchange for feminism, Lawyer promises reciprocal feminism. Hell yeah! Brotherhood of the sisters! She helps us out by starting the fun boat ride we've decided to take in the midst of this genuine apocalypse. Oh hey Chess, you see, we gotta make sure the rides are safe for all the homeless mutants. When we return from the unadulterated Nightmare Factory, however, Lawyer is gone, and she seems to have spilled some of her enemy's blood from the chalice she keeps it in. You know, lawyer stuff. Night is finally upon us in Crow Country. It's been a long day, and the homeless people are down for the evening, promising to pick things back up tomorrow. All right now! Finally, we've made it into Crow's office, and he calls to let us know that he's not there. But his daughter is, and she seems like she could use some reassurance. Hey, kid. Back to the crux of everything, this big dumb crow, and it's finally time to reveal the secretest of elevators, the second to last one. It takes us to the horrible revelation that Cop only left us a couple of shotgun bullets before he died. Turns out he was the only one here who wasn't bulletproof and died from being shot with a gun which was shooting him to death. Classic Kowalski. His dying before the third act climax technique will complement my taking all the credit technique perfectly. One room over, we discover high-vis enthusiast is waiting for us. Couldn't have fucking helped though, no. Too busy not doing anything. Creep Dick arrives to declare his incomparable love for high-vis, pointing a gun jealously in our direction and expositioning his whole beta cuck motivation. There's Mountain Dew in them there tax frauds. All he had to do was ship it to Brazil and make it look like it was there the whole time and nobody would be the wiser. Except he was found out instantly by all relevant authorities. That's why he's back looking for Crow to dig him out of this mountain-sized hole. Creep Dick's death is foreshadowed twice and executed once. You'll never guess, everybody, but a lawyer has saved the day. They used to do that in the 90s. And just FYI, this place might have some legal ramifications later. Lawyer is actually here to issue Crow with a summons. She's been enduring this hazardous trauma gauntlet for the sake of her client, a teenage girl, and her medical welfare. Not this teenage girl, though. Fuck her. We're not on her dime. We'll go wait in a car. Come along, high-vis. We're powerless to stop her. The elevator isn't working for some reason, so it's time to take the second most cinematic ladder in all of gaming.
Oh shit, I forgot my torch.
Finally in Crow's lair and, well,
Of course! It was objectivist capitalism all along!
anyway, we grab some Monster energy drink and finally confront the bad guy or something.
Oh god, I've left the lights on in my car this whole time. Just hold on, take a seat, I'll be right back.
And now it's time for Crow to explain his plan.
We're going to need a team. Protag, weapons, camera kid, getaway driver, lawyer, plausible deniability, high vis, swivel chair action, and daughter, who is here also. Now here's how we're gonna do this. In the roaring 50s, my father, rich from being wealthy, will discover a green root poking out of the ground somewhere in Georgia. He'll purchase this land and rename it Crow Country, even though it's accounted. The roots go miles deep and are full of 27 billion carat soda. In order to disguise the excavation, Daddy Crow will spend the radical 60s and 70s building an amusement park over the dig site. I will inherit the park in the swinging 80s and upscale the whole operation. That's where Creep Dick comes in. We'll have to launder the perfect fizzy pop in Brazil, make it look like it was the soda's idea the whole time. Then, in 1980 something else, we'll discover the source of the roots is a pool of pure Mountain Dew. How you doing? You still with me? One other day in 1980 something, the working class get into the Mountain Dew and start being very homeless. We'll keep it under wraps until one precocious little special agent finds herself a bit lost and then a bit infected with the disease the homeless are carrying. Unemployment. Fortunately, I'll have dedicated my life to curing unemployment by laundering Mountain Dew and also inventing gamer-sups. And then we shall learn that the homeless are in fact time travelers coming to warn us of the long-term consequences of exposure to Mountain Dew in the year, here, take this letter, 210T6. If only there had been some sort of foreshadowing. And that's my plan! Oh no! We've been shooting them! Largely unprovoked.
Crow then absolves us of all narrative responsibility, however.
It was a very cash money thing you did, shooting all those homeless. Some of them worked for PepsiCo and were coming to claim the Mountain Dew. But they'll never take me alive, damn it!
And then he falls backwards into the Mountain Dew.
Do the do!
But he emerges perfect and beautiful. The ultimate life form circa 1990. That's what we thought in the 90s. The ultimate life form would be a mutant retard. Some people still think that. See how he can't make eye contact or stop stimming for a fucking second? The peak of human evolution. So we shoot Crow to death as per our FDA-approved license to kill, and then take a ride in our very sensible Ford Fiesta to the end credits. Well, team, looks like we did it. PepsiCo's profit margin has been imperceptibly diminished and their stranglehold on civilization is at an end. But you know what I like most about this adventure? It wasn't a fucking dream.